Hello, this is Dean versus Panties. I'm here to teach you how to make AO3 stop sucking for you when you're trying to write because I understand. I've been there, I've done that, and I would like to make your life easier. So, we're going to start by looking at this. This is our garbage uploader here for our stories. I don't know how many people are familiar, but there's two parts of this process which you can use. You can either use your rich text editor, which is where you're going to copy and paste, or you're going to use your HTML where you go to die because it's really, really difficult to use this because you have to have your tags already in your text for it to work, or you're going to be adding tags for the foreseeable future, which apparently some people do that. I am so sorry. Oh my God. All right. I'm here to help. Okay. Um, we're going to forget about this HTML shit. Okay. We're not going to use it anymore. I, I'm just, you don't have to, you don't have to, you don't have to. We can copy and paste. Copying and pasting works, but there are a few things we have to do to get it to work. Okay. Oh, all right. Sorry, I'm tired. Um, so we go to our Word document here. We have a story, right? This is a story, but usually stories start like this. Um, they start and you're writing, "Hi, I'm gonna write a story. I like to write," stuff like that. And you know, already you've messed up. Okay, already you've messed up because the first thing you gotta do is you have to fix your line spacing. Um, because otherwise, you know, all hell is going to break loose. There's going to be fires, there's, brimstone and dinosaurs and all sorts of stuff. Just line spacing. So, you want to start with, um, Google Docs wants you to start with 1.5. And then, so like if you were to write a paragraph, you know, oh, paragraph, paragraph, right? You got a paragraph, right? Okay, so you've written this paragraph. You pressed enter, but you end up here on this line, and nobody wants to write their second paragraph like this when you're posting stuff online because it's difficult to read that way. So you press enter, and you're like, huh, well, I want it to be on the next line after that, so I'm going to press enter again. No, no, stop. Just stop that. Stop that. I know it's going to be difficult. It becomes a habit, and God, I get it, but just stop that right now. I'll show you what happens. This story is formatted in this default way where you got your paragraph, you got your second paragraph. You've pressed enter twice here, okay? This is how this has been formatted. And it's not right. Okay, I'll show you what happens. Okay, so because we're forgetting about the HTML garbage right here, we're forgetting about this. We're not dealing with HTML anymore. I'm going to paste it into my rich text formatter right here. Okay, so already you see that something is amiss. All right, it looks like it's huge. Guess what? It's fucking huge. Look at all of this fucking space. Oh my God. Why? Why does it have to be that way? So, instead of this, we're going to make it so that we don't have these huge spaces, right? So when we start our document, we're gonna go, I go to single because I don't like all the extra space between my lines, but I mean, some people do, so you could potentially just keep it at 1.15 and be fine, because that's not really what the issue is. But for me, I changed it to single. Oops, we don't want a list. Lists are not what we want right now. So we have to be on single. We don't, I mean, whatever. But the important part is this. You add space after your paragraph because when we do this, oh shoot, undo that. No, I want my paragraph back. Paragraph. When we do that, when we add space after our paragraph, I'll kill you. I will. I will. When we add space after our paragraph, watch what happens. When we just add space after our paragraph, I'm going to press enter once rather than twice. Look at that. That shit is in a new, complete, spaced paragraph. But now I need to apply this to the entire document because otherwise, all right, now, oh, you know why? It's because my paragraph wasn't formatted here. All right, hold up. Okay, paragraph. So now my entire document, if you just do it from the beginning, you don't get issues, all right? So paragraph. I was able to write my paragraph, enter, write a new paragraph, enter. Look at that. You got your spaces. Your spaces are so good, right? Okay, now I'm going to apply that to this because right now this is in the original formatting. So I'm just going to do single, add space after paragraph. Oop. But so now see when I did that, I got these huge spaces. So if I just undo it, now it should be the correct formatting. And we don't need this extra space here either. Okay? So now I'll show you what AO3 does when we have the correct formatting. Now, preview. Look at that. The spaces are right. Life is fucking good, guys. Life is fucking good. Alright, but now we have the issue of these garbage punctuation spaces. Okay, now if you notice, when you have these garbage punctuation spaces, there's a pattern that can be seen as to when it happens. Now, every single time we get this weird space between our punctuation and our word, it's because it was an italicized word. Okay, now I fumbled with this to figure out how the hell it worked for a long time, and this is what I got. So what happens is, I'll even show you with the garbage HTML side. What happens is, when you had an italicized word, it gets separated. The punctuation gets separated by the span thing. Okay, so I don't know what span is, but it seems to make a space after everything that was italicized. So how do I avoid that? Well, to get this to go, into here, inside the italicized tags, well, wouldn't that just be as simple as making my punctuation italicized? So that's what I did, is I took my comma here and I italicized it, right? I'm going to do that with every single piece of punctuation that exists after my italic italicized word. So I'm putting that, see that period? Italicize it because now that it's italicized, you can't really tell. I promise you it will help. It doesn't seem like it's doing much, but it is. Now my quotation and my period here aren't italicized either. Oh, well maybe my period is. No, my period is not. So we have to make these ones italicized as well. It looks a little strange to have your quotation mark italicized, but I promise you it's weirder when there's a huge space between your punctuation and everything else. So now that we've changed our punctuation, AO3 should just chill the fuck out and be fine. So now we go back to our rich text editor and we copy and paste what we did. Okay, so preview. Look at that. Look at it, guys. Look at that beauty. Look at, there's no spaces here. No spaces whatsoever. Oh oh, is there a space here? It does look like there's a space here. Why is there a space here? Well, let's find out why. It's an interesting development. Edit. Maybe there's always spaces there. Oh, no, it should be fine. Interesting. No, there's no space there. I win. I win. There's no space. It just looks like there's one. All right. Anyway, so now there's no spaces because and I promise you guys, when you are first starting your fic, making these changes is key because if you try to go back and do it later, it's hell. It's just as bad as, adding your tags to your HTML site. So just do it from the start. Just get into the habit of punctuate or italicizing your punctuation after your italicized words because it'll save you a lot of hassle later. I think the same goes with these bolded words here. Let's see if that changes it too. So you see what I did? This colon here, I unbolded it, and I want to see if it creates a space because I think that also for bolding, it's also a huge ordeal when it comes to formatting. So preview. Yeah, so see with the bolding it also created a space and it's just garbage. So yeah, just always bold or italicize as needed. Because see, look what happened. It's just, yeah, it's not happy with what I did. Do you want to see what's funny? Go to the HTML side and you get all of this garbage. Look at this poor title. It gets several different tags going on here. It's just sad. So please help, you know, AO3. It's a child. It needs guidance. Always just match your punctuation formatting with the word that it's attached to because that's how you will avoid unnecessary spaces. And then, like I said, with your line spacing, there's no need to ever press enter twice. Always just do add space after a paragraph because that will make it so that you don't have huge giant gaps. Alright, I'm done now. How do I stop? How do I stop?